Now I'm nervous to come out to my own talk show. That's really crazy though. Okay, anywho. Hi. Well, this is, well, I just want to say good morning. My morning was not that great because I wanted to get a pliable, the acai bowl. This is mine. And so I got the granola. It usually goes on top, right? But why did my bowl have the granola all throughout with the acai? So it's taking me a bit to finish this because that's normally not how they make it. And I don't know why they decided that I need to get my oats, my caloric count of my oats with my acai bowl mixed in with my acai because I usually don't eat all the granola on top because I like acai. All right, so let's get into it. Remy Ma and Claressa. What do y'all think about that fight? That's gonna be interesting because I don't know if my separated husband is messing with a boxer. I don't know. What I really want to talk about is 50 Cent. 50 Cent and T.I. Do y'all think 50 Cent is going to, like, what does 50 Cent have to say to that? Like, what is he, like, oh, now you're celebrating Black History Month. He don't have nothing to say. Oh, Boston Richey. Who is he? He's a rapper. He's a new rapper. He talks about spending money on bad bitches, okay? He apparently has a few bitches that are competing against each other. Um, One has a kid, one doesn't, I believe. And yeah, I believe they're both in. I don't know. One is in Miami. I know. Blah blah blah. Right. Um, let's get this straight. So, Boston be with Tati, but before Tati, it was Ari. So Ari be trying to make Tati jealous, but Boston still be seeing both of them. And so I don't know why they just don't become besties at this point. So they're competing hard. Apparently, Ari even got him tatted not once, somewhere like right here, on the back of her leg, and in the back of her ear, 3 times. Yeah. So Boston Richie is out here doing it like that. And the Tati girl is just, I don't know what Tati's doing, but she don't really care as much as Ari. Apparently the gag is that Ari is trying to make her jealous. Yeah. And I just, there's granola in every, there's, there's granola in every scoop. Why did they do that? Like, I know this looks probably bad, but why did they, exactly, why did they do that? They don't mix granola in the thing. This really has me tight. This really has me. Y'all watch reality TV. I don't really watch ratchet TV. But I like to watch, okay, anywho. So, but how are y'all feeling about Dr. Heavenly on Married to Medicine's, congregational, con, congr- congressional, campaign? Her point across is to, as a doctor, as a dentist, she wants to push out healthcare and, of course, give out free healthcare, dental care. Not free. Wait, I don't think it's free. Now she gonna beat me up for that one. I ain't never said I was gonna do free now. I believe it's. Let's get it straight. Hold on, I'll be right back. So, Dr. Headley comes. Dr. Headley comes. Who is she? She's a dentist. She's a black dentist, okay? She's a black dentist in Atlanta, Georgia, and she's running for something in politics, okay? Yeah, right? State representative, right? Her purpose is to bring real change to her community, focusing on healthcare, education, and economic empowerment. So she's just trying to put her voice out there. As her words were, as a black dentist, as a black healthcare professional, she wants her voice. She thinks her voice would be strong enough to do this. But if you know who Dr. Heavily Combs is, Dr. Contessa asked her a really good question in last week's episode, asking her basically, if someone has a problem with what you have of your campaign, how are you going to react towards that? Are you going to smear them? Are you going to, and she didn't have a good response to that, which was very funny and a very good outlook to see. And that's why I watched this show, is because these are medical professionals. These are professionals that we are to look up to and expect to see a certain way and expect for them to follow a certain suit. Ergo, Dr. Jackie. Dr. Jackie does a really good job in keep remaining her professionalism. Dr. Combs, her husband, he's very professional, very, very monotone, very smooth, calm, very professional. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Because if Dr. Heavily can do it, I'm about to be next. I'm definitely about to be next. I'm definitely about to be a community's advocate. So I'm gonna also I have to figure out my forum where I'm going to allow you all to ask me questions. Maybe I might include it on Instagram every day for you guys to ask me questions on what you want to know about me, or what do you just talk about something, a confessional, all of it. I have a few questions here. So here on Instagram, I asked a few questions and I just kind of explained this one. So I'm going to elaborate on it. Yeah. So this one person said, when did you realize you were meant for more? I did that. I realized I was meant for more. Let's see. I just kept seeing things that I know I've already done. Like there's this picture. I kid you not. And we can go back and date it. I did the curly flip over method, right? The curly flip over method is done with curly hair, right? My hair, I didn't want to do it curly. And so, because the hair wasn't, I was straightening the hair, and it wasn't that, to do the curly leave out. So I straightened it, and the girl who was hosting the event, I kid you not, y'all, I kid you not, she was staring at me, like, trying to figure out my hair, and that's what I was getting, like, I think she was trying to figure out my hair, like, what is this look she got going on, and would you believe, and now you have the no part look. I already did that. May 8th, 2023, I crashed my car for the first time. That's crazy. I crashed it 3 times. It's not funny. But I did this May 8th, 2025. This curly flip over. Please go back and date it. And I will do my research too. Please go back and date it and see if they was wearing straight flip overs. Straight flip overs. Was they? It's time for me to just, yeah. So I can go on and on. I can go on and on, but then I'm gonna sound like a. The time is ticking a little bit now, a little faster now, and yeah. And my motto in life when I get older is that I don't want any shoulda, coulda, woulda. And this one says, would you rather have more time or more money right now? Respectfully, I would think time so I can spend time with my family. No, you need more money so you can have your bills paid so you can spend time with your family. Like, why do people really want to say that money does not equal happiness when it does, in fact, give you freedom? It gives you freedom to do what you want to do. And that can take you into Epstein too, if we want to talk about that. Now, apparently they're saying that those men and all those elites were eating the children. I've been hearing stuff like he had a private dentist or like a dentist in his basement to take the teeth out so they couldn't tell or talk. We'll get into that more later. You know what always gets people riled up, relationships. Let's talk about it. All right, let's see. Oh, perfect. So I was having this one conversation with my friend earlier that she was having a conversation and the person responded saying that love fades. Why would you think love fades? Why would you? And in 2026, there are not many. Now, 2025 did a wonderful job of all those marriages. He said, growing up, he never seen that, so. And so, why? It's not common. So I gratefully luckily came from a two-parent household. So why do they think that they can have a strong opinion, and now they're spreading it to people who also haven't seen it and drilling it into their mind that, yeah, this is what love is supposed to be. When we get old, when we get to a certain point, ergo a year or two, our love is going to fade for each other and we're going to get bored. We can't even say Will and Jada no more. Barack Obama, you know, I'm not really into people's relationship and their business like that. I just, but when you see a strong relationship, like, dang, you really can't even throw Beyonce and Jay-Z in there because you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. But, and realistically how it's supposed to go. I personally don't think that love is supposed to fade. Like, why would you think that? I just feel like people cannot have these opinions based off hurt and just hurt, because you haven't witnessed that. So you're saying this off of an experience that you've never experienced. Really say this and pass it along and have people really going, oh yeah, that makes sense. They just tolerate each other. No one's holding a gun to no one's head. It's just, people can leave if they want to. Nowadays, people are getting with people that they don't even like because because there's two types of girls. There's one girl that is able to sustain her own life, and there's one girl who don't want to go to work, and she's willing to live underneath someone and being taken care of. But being taken care of doesn't mean what you think it would be, glamorous up life. It's you just being able to get McDonald's and have something on your stomach that night, and you got a bed to sleep on because you're at his house. People who can do that, they don't do that. So why would you think people want to be with somebody they don't want to be with? If the love is not there, why are you still there? Why? No one wants to be around somebody they don't want to be around. I'll let you know that. You know when somebody don't want to be around you. You know that. I don't understand why people are having opinions. You probably cannot have an opinion on marriage if you've never been married. So I want to talk about Elon Musk for real. So apparently, Elon Musk, he took over Twitter and now it's X. But what he's doing is he wants control. What does he want control of? That he's jealous that he even cares about his interactions of the tweet. Why do you care about the interactions of your tweet? You own the platform. Joe Biden made a tweet about the Eagles, the birds, go birds. Elon apparently was mad because it did really good. Analytical wise, he didn't like that. The same tweet, but it just was bland. And he woke up 80 engineers to reconstruct the algorithm to make sure that his tweet comes on everybody's feeds. That's insane. You own Tesla, you own X2. What else do you need for us to know that you are Elon Musk? Now we're going to talk about authority. Why can't people just mind their own business? And I don't know. I do know because people really are not doing anything with their lives. People are really doing what you would think they're doing. What do you think they're doing? I don't know. Anywho, in 2023, I discovered the words considerate and compassion. I understood what those words felt and mean. If you put yourself in other people's shoes for just 1 second of just 1 second of your day before you relinquish your anger on them, just think about what somebody's going through. You are not the only person going through what you are going through. What you're going through could be 10 times worse. So just give people grace and be considerate and think about what you are adding on to them. You think you're the only person that ran over a nail today and on the way to your birthday appointment, and now your birthday is ruined. Someone just found out that, someone passed away on their birthday. And you're yelling at them because you can't get your hair done? You can't get your hair done. And this person's parent just died on their birthday. You gotta really just check yourself sometimes it is our world, but it's not just our world. So that's all I have to say right now on that. And that really concludes a lot of what I want to do with this because there's more to come. I want this to be just a lot. So the title comes from really that, and so on the bright side, at least I can say that I'm happy right now. Okay, that's all I got to say. Bye.